Hey Leah, this is ARDX1 giving you a personal video in reply to one of your comments you had made about your having some issues with your Cub Cadet. So, as far as the shaking that you might be noticing on the deck, the first thing I would check is just to make sure that this is pushed in all the way as it should be when you're operating it normally. Also, you'll have to forgive me, I'm fighting the tail end of a cold here, so I may cough or choke a little bit here and there, but anyway, this is like the A1 number one thing to always check. I had a dumb moment myself where I had done some work on the mower and disengaged the wheels so I could move the whole machine freely, and it was all done and hopped on it to go put it away for the night and couldn't figure out why it wasn't moving, and that's all I had to do. So first and foremost, make sure that that's pushed in first all the way. As soon as you have a problem. So I'm assuming that that's not the issue. I'm going to move to my deck, and just to give you an idea of how much lateral movement, side to side movement I get on my deck, I get quite a bit. So this is about how much it's going to shake, and then if I lift it, I'm going to lift the whole deck that way. But this is just some side-to-side movement. I'll do some forward to back if I can. I'm going to move the machine, but I don't have much movement that way, forward and aft. As far as tightening, let's see if I can remove this off the tripod here. As far as tightening things, there's really not much you can tighten that I know of other than you have these. Oh, this is going to be a horrible video. And I'm blocking the microphone, so this may not even turn out. You have these adjusters here, and it's possible, covering the mic again. You have these adjusters here, and it's possible that when they were trying to figure out how to get your tire off or whatnot, if they decided to dig into it, they may have messed around with some of this stuff. I don't know why. Maybe they wanted to get the deck off or something. I don't know. But make sure that these adjusters are still where they're supposed to be. Mine are marked off with paint here. And you're going to have this again on the other side as well. And right now I'm on the left side. So this could be out of whack. And that's what's putting some extra, slack or give into your deck. And that's maybe what you notice the vibration from. You also have this pin up here that runs to the chains here. This is the pin that runs this guide rod thing. This could be loose for some reason. Let's see if I can get. I'm gonna have to back this thing up. Oh, parking brake. Okay. You could also have. I'm at the front of my machine now. Cub Cadet. It's a possibility that this got loose or loosened, so you want to make sure this is plenty tight, because that's connecting to the front of the mower deck here. Also make sure that your deck width matches the hole that it's supposed to be in here, because this is the 42-inch hole and there's a 46-inch one, I think, behind it. I could probably see it from the other side. Also make sure, because this will make your deck feel like it's coming loose, make sure that this is still tight. This right here, this needs to be tight still. This doesn't move at all. I mean, I can't even, wow, I really can't move that at all. Your belt should be loose when it's not engaged, but it should still be on there. It shouldn't be falling off the pulley or anything. So this is going to be the chute side. I ended up putting my chute back on because of all these, I get these giant beech nut, walnut things that are all over my yard. So here's that mark again for the 46, 42. So make sure that's in the right spot. It's possible they took that off and didn't put it back again. And then as far as the deck, you have these pins. Make sure that these pins are in. You're going to have two on either side. One up front, one towards the rear. And same on the other side where I just was. Make sure your pulleys are still, the nuts on top of the pulleys are still tight. It's okay to have some flex here. You want some flex, but the pulley should still be attached to the deck here. And then you can see how much slop I have in my belt when it's not engaged. And that belt is still good and tight from when I had my pulley loosen up. But as far as tightening the deck, unless that they caused some neglect to your machine while it was in for service, the service they didn't do, I'm not really sure why else the deck would be vibrating so bad, unless it's an engine issue, which could make the deck feel like it's vibrating. But I'm just not too sure. So I guess the long-winded version of this video is to just maybe go around your machine and check to make sure that everything looks the way it should. Now, I'm not saying that mine is the way it should be. It's just this is the way mine came from the factory. I haven't had to touch any of this stuff as of yet. Making sure your pins are tight. Even make sure your blades are tight underneath. With the machine off, of course. Safety. Make sure your blades are still tight, because if those are loose, that's going to make your whole deck feel like it's vibrating. I can't really think of anything else off the top, other than an internal issue that I wouldn't know about. Again, I'm no expert on these things. I just happen to have this one and bought brand new this year, so I don't know if that helps you any, Leah. That's really crappy that you're having to deal with this. But maybe give me a reply back if you can't figure it out, and customer service may be your next best bet. They were friendly when I had to call them on a separate issue, but other than that, I hope things work out for you. All right, take care. Keep in touch.